Welcome to my channel, Licensed Immigration. Today we're going to talk about the Form I-864, Affidavit of Support, and Financial Sponsor for Green Card. The process of establishing someone as your financial sponsor begins with completing and filing the Form I-864, Affidavit of Support under Section 213A of the Act, as you can see on your screen. This form is submitted with most family-based green card applications. The document is basically showing that here is a sufficient financial support for the immigrant and that there will not be a need for financial assistance from the United States government. Some questions I'm going to answer from the subscribers about this form. One of the subscribers asked what you need to know about a sponsor. If you want to get a green card in the U.S., you're going to need a sponsor, more specifically a financial sponsor. The USCIS requires someone to financially sponsor anyone who gets a green card through a family member. So if you're applying for the green card and your connection to the U.S. is your brother, sister, mother, father, child, or spouse, you will need a financial sponsor. Another question was, why do you need a financial sponsor? If you require public support or benefits while you have a green card, the financial sponsor takes on the responsibility to repay those benefits. This is a responsibility ends for your sponsors when you gain citizenship, work in the U.S. for 10 years, or leave the U.S. permanently. You may wonder what is needed for someone to be a sponsor. Do you guys wonder what is it? The 4 requirements? Well, the 4 requirements are: you must be a U.S. citizen, you must be at least 18 years old, you must be living in the U.S., and you must have an annual income of the federal poverty level of about $20,000. If the person who wants to sponsor you makes less than $20,000 each year, you can use additional joint sponsors to meet these requirements. In order to petition for your sponsor, an immigrant to become a U.S. permanent resident, receive a green card, the U.S. citizen or permanent resident petitioner must show willingness and ability to support that person financially for a period of years. The idea is to help demonstrate to the U.S. government that the immigrant is not admissible as someone likely to become a public charge, that it will receive a need of base government assistance, often called welfare. U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, or as you call it, USCIS, have prepared a form for the petitioner to fill out, called Form I-864 or Affidavit of Support. It's available for free download at the USCIS website. The affidavit represents the petitioner's sponsor promise to either support the immigrant financially or pay back, reimburse any government agencies from which the immigrant does claim financial assistance. It also shows the sponsor capacity to provide the promised support by proving income and assets, if need be, that at least be 125% of the amount at which someone will be considered to be living in poverty, according to the U.S. government poverty guidelines. In fact, USCIS offered 2 versions of this form of I-864, the standard one and the shorter one, which is I-864EZ, for use by petitioners who are sponsoring only one person on the Form I-130, petition of family, and using only salary or pension as income, no assets, and so forth, where the income shows on one more forms W-2 provided by the employer or former employer. A Form I-864 can also be used by someone who is not a petitioner if the petitioner income is insufficient and there are no household members who can contribute. Then you use a separate sponsor or joint sponsor from outside the household. Can fill an additional affidavit of support on immigrant behalf, also using the instructions below, which I'm going to tell you once I fill this in. The instruction will give you that I'm going to give you right now is the form expires, set to expire 10/31/2021, and you need to prepare affidavit for several family members at once, so you must be aware of that. And a sponsor who's bringing more than one person using the same Form I-130, such as spouse, and show they can make copies of the Form I-864 and its supporting documents after signing this form. Also, this will be possible for only a few applicants, however, such as those who U.S. spouse is permanent resident. If the spouse is U.S. citizen, all the children will have needed their own forms, I-130, and also need a separate filled out form I-64. First, some general rules that I'm going to provide you before we fill this in. It's best to type your answer into the form using a computer or similar electronic device. If you can or you need to add information that can be typed, that you're going to see when I fill this in, there's some parts that it will not let me type in. So once I print this form out, I will use black ink. However, avoid writing outside the spaces provided for the answers. If you need more space that was provided on the form, use the space provided in part 11, additional information. If that's still not enough, you can attach a separate sheet of paper to the form. On each such sheet, provide your name, alien registration number. If you have one, at the top, and indicate the page number, part number, and item number to which your answer refers to. You must sign each page and date. Sometimes a question on the form you will need to apply to you. For example, you have no middle name. Rather than leaving it blank, type print an A for not applicable. Or in the question applies to you but the answer is 0 or none. For example, you have no children, type or print none. Follow those rules unless the form tells you otherwise. So you must fill all these blanks. Because USCIS now, they are denying many cases because now they want the form to be filled in completely. So you cannot leave nothing blank. If something doesn't apply to you, like I said, for example, you have no middle name or you have no alien number, just click write none or NA, not applicable, because now they're denying a lot of petitions, and I know you guys don't want to be denied. So let's start filling out this form. I'm going to start filling out this form with you guys, and I'm going to be thoroughly giving you the information that you guys need, the better understanding. Be aware that you must watch this full video for you to have a better understanding of the form and you have knowledge how to fill it in. I don't want you guys to make any mistakes. Like I said before, USCIS is denying many cases right now because of this situation that people, they don't want people to leave anything blank. They want everything to be filled in, even if it doesn't apply to you. That's how the system now is working. So hopefully with this video, I will help you guys out. It's a long form, so don't get bored. I know it's gonna be boring watching this video, but we have to get things done, right? You need to fill this form. I'm here to help you guys. Any question that you guys have, you may comment below and I will respond as soon as possible. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Just hit the subscribe and also activate notification bells to receive notification when I upload new videos. Important. Every time that I'm going to upload video, you will receive a notification, but you must activate that notification bell. And also, like I said before, you must comment for I could help you guys out. You could gonna give you just a comment, just a regular comment, a question that I could respond to. And also like the video if you do like the way that the video was made. Like I said, I'm right now doing it live with you guys and filling it in. So if any mistake that I made, talking or filling it in, hopefully we don't make no mistake writing, you know. You will see me like typing and maybe I do a little error like writing, then I erase it. It doesn't matter. But I will help you guys out. And I hope this video will help you guys to fill in this form. And I really appreciate the help. I know I'm talking so much, but we have to get things done, right? And I will be talking a lot throughout this video, so it's to help you guys out. My channel is just to help you guys out to fill out the form. My channel is about filling out these immigration forms, talking about news about any immigration facts that you guys need or news or any form that's most newest version. I'm trying to help you guys out. So please subscribe to this channel for I could help you guys, keep helping you guys daily. And thank you again, once again, for the support. So let me stop talking and blabbing out and let's keep on filling out this form. Let's start because we haven't even started. I was just explaining you guys about the form. So in part 1 through 5, these sections are self-explanatory with the following notes. So in part 1, check box 1A is your petition to get the immigrant visa or green card on the basis of a family relationship. Box 1B is for individuals who petition to get the immigrant visa or green card on the basis of a job and are related to the immigrant. However, you could check the box 1C if you don't personally employ your relative but own more than 5% of the company that does. Anyone who agreed to fill in this form as a joint sponsor will check box either 1D or 1E. Usually 1E, the only time there are two joint sponsors, is when there are additional family members being sponsored. You might want to consult an immigration lawyer if you're not sure two joint sponsors are allowed. A substitute sponsor, box 1F, is someone who signed the form in the place of a petitioner because the petitioner died. Substitute sponsors must be related to the immigrant and specify the relationship on the form. So I'm going to give you today an example. I'm going to fill out this part with you guys. It's just an example. It's not of your person, okay? I'm just trying to help you guys out. So let's start filling out this form and let's help you guys out. So let's be positive on filling out this form. I know it's going to be a little bit boring because it's a little long form, but I will try my best to keep you guys motivated and help you guys fill in this form. So let's start. Let me fill it in, okay? So like I said, it's just an example. It's not a real person. It's just to help you guys out. Remember, guys, also I have another platform, a social media platform, which is Facebook. Who doesn't know Facebook? If you know YouTube, you will know Facebook. You could also follow me under the same name as this channel. I also upload videos as same as here. And also, if you guys write to me, I will respond. I hope all of you guys out there are taking care of yourself with all this coronavirus and pandemic. I know things right now are really hard, but hopefully everything will get better soon. UCS has a little delays on forms processing is because of the coronavirus. Sorry, I'm scrolling up. So be patient, okay? So we did the first part. Now I'm gonna talk about part 2. Okay, guys? So in part 2, as you can see, it's information about the principle of immigrant, okay? So that person will have an A number. That person would have an A number, an alien registration number. Only if he or she has previously applied for a green card or other immigration benefit or have been in deportation removal proceedings. The immigrant would have a UCIS online account number only if he or she had created an account number for some immigrant-related purposes, okay? And also I'm going to explain part 3 really quick before filling that out. Information about immigrant your sponsorship. Well, I'm going to do that before because you guys are going to get confused. Let me do part 2, okay? So let's fill this part 2 because part 3 is a really long part. So I was trying to get you before time. I don't want to mess this up and you guys get confused. So let's do part 2. So it's about yourself, the petitioner. So be aware any space in blank, it doesn't apply to you, just do an A. Okay. So this person is going to have a middle name, so I'm going to do an A. Okay? I'm going to give you that example right there. The N-A. Okay, mailing address. We're gonna do that. Mailing address. This does you don't have in care of name, so we leave an A. And also, I want to wear you. Sometimes while you type this form, there's spaces in blank that doesn't let the computer type in. So you're gonna see this will be one of those moments. Yes, you can see it doesn't let me type, right? So what I must do, right? I'm gonna answer that question. I must try to fill this in black ink. Use black ink. I must use black ink. It's not even trying. So you must. Red heart. Calvin. So guys, I'm really sorry with the sound. The phone rings. I put it on mute. Yes, I'm really sorry, guys. I apologize. So as you can see, this is one of the moments that the form in the computer doesn't let me fill it in. So I must fill this in blank ink. Okay? And once again, I apologize for the phone ringing. So here we'll leave it in blank. I will do an A, but with, like I said, with pen. Because I'm gonna put this information another where the person mailing address is different. Okay. This person's living in his mailing address is in India. So he doesn't have a state or a zip code. They use a postal code. Okay. So other information, country of citizenship and nationality, date of birth, and then if you have an alien registration number, just write this. If you don't have, just write none. And if you have a daytime form, any registration number and a UCLS online count number, just click not write none or an A. And I'm gonna put a daytime number. Sorry guys. So as you can see, we are ready to the daytime phone. Oh, sorry guys. Daytime telephone number. So now we're going to part 3, as you can see. So in part 3, information about you, the immigrants that you're sponsoring. The sponsor must list and give information on the family members who are being sponsored. Using this form in question 1, check no if only if you are second of 2 joint sponsors. Check the box in question 2 and these family members only if appropriate. The form warns you not to include family members I-130 petitions separate. It means don't list any family member if the person being sponsored is immigrating as an immediate relative, the parent, spouse, or minor child of U.S. citizen. The family members of an immediate relative must be listed on separate I-130 petition and will need a separate form I-864 filled out for them. You need to name your children who were born in the United States. Since they aren't immigrating, though they will be counted elsewhere within the form. To text the sponsor overall financial capacity based on who the sponsor is already responsible for. Don't overlook question 29. The total numbers of immigrants you're sponsoring, which is easy to do if you're skipping the family member questions. You'll need this number for part 5 of this form. So like I said, I'm really sorry that I made a mistake, giving you the information. Like I said, I'm recording live. So let's do part 3. Okay, part 3. So I'm gonna click I'm sponsoring for the principal applicant, naming part 2. Okay. Oh, sorry guys. Sometimes when I'm scrolling down, it goes really fast. So I'm gonna write the family member here, number 1. So this person, I'm gonna put that he's doing it for he's filing for his spouse, his wife, and also his child. It's gonna be 2 people. So this person has no alien registration number, so I click right none, no USCIS or client count number, so none. So now I'm gonna put the child. So you cannot leave anything blank, like I said before. I'm gonna be repeating this many times for you guys. Don't forget to not leave space in blank. Okay. I did G and I. H03. Like I said before, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. It really supports my channel, and also let me providing you guys more information of immigration and how to fill out the form. So if you guys help me out, I will be continuously helping you guys, because this channel is for you guys. If I could help you guys learn how to fill in this forms of immigration, news of immigration, keep you guys updated of any immigration information, and also keeping you aware of things. So here none. So we continue. This person, no, it doesn't have more family members, so everything is gonna be NA. NA not applicable. Okay. So let's do NA. So everything here is NA. Not applicable. NA. Sorry guys. NA. So you're gonna keep doing that. When it's for numbers, I just write none. Like I said, we cannot leave nothing in blank. USCIS now, anything in blank, they will deny. Okay, they're now denying everything. If you leave it blank, they don't want you to leave anything in blank. So we have to make sure that everything is filled in and has correct information. Verify always before you print out your form, or once you print it out. Make sure that all the information you provided in this form is true and that it has no errors. Myself, I always check it more than 3 times before printing it out, and then when I print it out, I verify again, because I don't want to make no errors. You know, when you have customers, they don't want you to make errors for those customers. You want to make everything go smoothly, right? But we human beings and we make mistakes. But if we check it twice, check it more than once, will help you guys verify the information that you guys put on the form. Okay? So in part 3, the continuation is asking for the total number of immigrants you're sponsoring on the affidavit of support. So 3 here, and then there's 3 persons. Okay, we're gonna put the sponsors full name, okay? In part 4, we're going to talk about sponsor, information about the sponsor. Let me scroll a little bit up. The sponsor's country of domicile, where they live. Question 5 must be the United States in order to be eligible as a financial sponsor. If the sponsor lives outside the U.S., he or she can meet the requirement by showing steps taken to return to the U.S. and make it his or her residence as soon as the immigrant enters. Such steps might include giving notice of intent to quit a job overseas, selling the overseas house, finding U.S. employment, locating place to live, and registering children in the U.S. school. Filling a section asking for a physical address. Question 4A through 4H only if you check no in question 3. So let's proceed filling out this part 4, information about sponsor. Once again, this is just an example. It's not a true person. So don't think I'm using people's information to submit it online. No. I'm just giving you guys an example. I just want you guys to have a better understanding how to fill out this form. I'm just trying to give you the sample for you to see how I fill this in. And by I'm filling it in, I'm also explaining how to fill this in and giving some information before filling it in. Okay, guys? As you can see here, it's not letting me fill this in, this space in black. So I'm going to, once I print it out, I'm just going to use black ink, a pen, and fill this in. Okay? And I hope all of you guys out there are safe. Let me click, wait. Sorry guys, here. Like I said, I hope you guys are safe with all this coronavirus. Is your current mailing address the same as your physical address? Yes or no? Is no, because this person has a P.O. box, but their physical address is really different. It could happen to you, but if you don't have that situation, don't worry. Just write your mailing address and that's your correct address. Here it doesn't let me fill this in. So once, like I said, I'm gonna fill this in black ink. It doesn't let me just fill this in. The physical address. The other information, country of domicile is gonna be United States. Date of birth. City or town of birth. State of providence of birth. Country of birth. Social security number. Is there a U.S. citizen? Yes or no? If the sponsor have an alien number? Yes or no? So I'm going to click no. Or any USCIS online account number. If they're in active duty. And now part 5. We continue in part 5. The most important part. Persons that you are sponsoring. Provide the number that you're sponsoring, okay? It doesn't let me. I was going to put 3. But it doesn't let me, okay? You click one for yourself, person you're sponsoring. I'm going to fill this in because the system is not letting me. If you're currently married, click 1 here. They're going to allow me. If you have dependent children, enter the number here. This is for only people that you're not sponsoring. If you have any independents, enter the number here. If you have sponsored any person from I-864 before, or I-864 is EC, I-864 EC, and, oh sorry guys, and the total amount. I was gonna put 6 here, but it doesn't let me. And we're gonna continue to part 6. So now we enter in the part 6, sponsor employment and income. Questions 1 through 6. The sponsor needs to check one more of those boxes. If checking box 1, you can use the job title that your employer gives you. If you have more than 2 employers and 2 different jobs, you need to add additional jobs in part 11, supplement information page. If you're retired, UCIS is most interested in the employers from which you might be receiving retirement benefits. If you're not, put the last employer you had. Be aware that if you're self-employment and you're under-reported income of the U.S. tax authorities in the past, the earnings shown might not be sufficient to support intending immigrant. In that case, you will need to file an amended tax return and pay a penalty before the newly reported income is accepted as meeting the guidelines for sponsorship. Okay? And in question 7, before I fill this in, the easiest things to do for question 7, if you file a tax return as a single person, is to answer the total income figure from the most recent federal tax return, Form 1040 of 1040-EZ. In this number exists 125% of the poverty level for your household size. And you provide tax documents to sustain the numbers such as W-2 or Schedule C. UCIS will not likely question you further. If you file your tax return as a married person, the tax return reflects your spouse's income as well. The easiest thing to do is to figure out how much of the total income numbers is yours. The number should match the number with the W-2 or the tax document that you yourself received. And explain on page 12 why this number is the different number that shows up on the latest federal income tax return. Not every case so easy. Frequently, the total income number of the latest federal income tax return is not 125% of the poverty level for the household size. But the sponsor current annual income in effect sufficient. For example, the sponsor may have income that is not considered part of total income on the tax form, such as non-taxable Social Security, retirement income, alimony, child support. If that case, explain on page 12 and provide evidence of the income. Or the sponsor might be taking more money than he or she was previous year. If you need to rely on that, you might have to predict how much money you will make this year and support your calculation and evidence. UCIS will require a recent letter from your employee showing your employer address and telephone number, indicating your annual wage, pay rate, plus records showing your incomes for the previous 6 months. So let's do question 1 through 7. And then I will explain question 8 through 25, if I'm not mistaken. So employer, here. It doesn't let me fill in, so I will do it with black ink. I will do that here. The employer. Okay, it's not gonna let me see. It's gonna let me do. It doesn't let me fill anything. No, I'm sorry guys. It doesn't let me fill anything here. But I will fill this part with black ink. I just want to show you guys how I fill this in, but it's not letting me. It doesn't let me here either. Okay, so I'm gonna put the income. They let me do the income. And then in person 1, that will everything an A, okay? An A, an A, an A. Like I said, guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, for I could keep making videos for this channel of immigration. Please support. This channel is for you guys. Like I said before, it's for you guys. I just want to help you guys, teach you how to fill out this form, and to give you a better understanding of it. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh my god, guys, what happened? Oh, sorry. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Once again, it went really far. Wait, guys. Sorry for the technical difficulty right there. Like I said, I'm recording live with you guys can fill this in, so it's normal these things to happen. So wait, guys, so now I'm gonna before I head to the other part of questions, I wanna explain question 8 to 22. Okay, what I filled in right now. These questions are important for sponsors whose income is not enough by itself, but who will be using the income of members of the household to help meet the poverty guidelines minimal requirements. If you're reliant on the income of household member, check the box 21. So if you're relying on the income of house members, check box 21. Except if you're just relying on the income of your immigrant, your sponsor, and that person has no dependents, and who are immigrant with him or her, such as household members, must complete a separate agreement with the sponsor. Using Form I-864A, if the immigrant income can be used, the immigrant must be a member of your household, and he or she has no dependents who are immigrating with him or her. Check box 22. And provide the immigrant name, because the immigrant will have to submit a Form I-864A, the total annual household income from the sponsor and household members goes in box 20. So let's keep on. So let me fill it as 20. Oh, sorry. I don't know. This, when I'm scrolling down, it just jumps really quick. Okay. So now let's do 20. I'm going to put the income that I put previously. Or does it let me? Like 1 second. So I have to fill this in. So just provide what you put in part 6 in item number 7, 10, 13, and 16. Okay, so here I will click any. It let me here, you see? It's so weird. It doesn't let you fill in the computer everything. So really weird. So have you filed tax return for each half 3 most recent years? I put yes. If no, you just have to attach why. So let's do this question, important question. Question 23 through 25. Let me explain this before we head to fill this in. So question 23 to 25. For example, who filed federal income tax returns as single, the numbers your CIS is looking for is your total income. Boxes is 24A, 24B, and 24C can be found on the Form 1040 on some version or thereof. Person who filed as a married will have to determine how much the number of those lines is attributed to their own personal income. If you have any question about your total household income, you must ask the person that filled in, the tax preparer, or the accountant that did your taxes, for you could know what your total income, your household income in the last 3 previous years. If you don't know, it's normal if you don't know. Okay, so just go and ask your accountant or tax preparer. Okay, so we're gonna put here the last 3 years. We're in 2020, so the last 3 years will be 2019, 2018, 2017. And I hope this video will be a tool a great help for you guys on filling in your form. Like I said, I really appreciate you guys watching these videos and asking me. It's a privilege for you guys just to watch it and comment me and ask me, and I can respond. Okay? I just want to help others. I know these forms are not easy, and you wanna um you wanna you don't want to pay though you don't want to pay money now, especially now that the circumstances with coronavirus, people have lost their job, you don't have that much money in your pocket, and you want to save the much money as possible because you don't want to pay the extra fee. You know, you go to a preparer or someone who prepare you the forms, or a lawyer, they will cost you a lot. And sometimes you could fill it in at home. It's and this one are not that much. It's a little bit complicated, but not that complicated. And only there's circumstances that you cannot do it at home because some circumstances like immigration, there's immigration problems like deportation. You know, a lot of circumstances that you cannot do it at home. Because some personal issues in like in status wise, in your status, like immigrant, you know, like immigrant, like I mean, it's hard. I know, guys. Like I'm trying to say, not about. I know some statuses are difficult, like going through deportation. You have criminal record and stuff like that. I'm sorry, what I said before about like I didn't know how to explain. I got stuck in a word. Sometimes you want to say something, you don't know how to say it. So, sorry, guys. Okay, your assets. Sorry, guys. Before I got stuck in a word and I was like, it's immigrant. Like repeated 3 times, because I had something I wanted to explain. I don't know how to take it out. Sometimes you want to say something and you don't know how to say it, so it's like, and then you feel like a fool because I'm recording myself and I'm not gonna edit this, so you guys are gonna see me like a fool. But hi, guys. I'm just trying to help you guys. Like I said, I do this for a living, and it's part 9 you will do an A, and part 10 is gonna be an A, but I don't have that. It's not letting me fill it's blank. So this part A, guys. Part A, sponsor contract statement, contact information, declaration, certification, and signature. So check box 2 and provide a name if someone else fills in the form based on information you provided, okay? UCS also wants to know if the person is your lawyer or accredited representative. A person who is not a lawyer but who is legally allowed to present people is in immigration matters. Your signature and date go in the box 6A, 6B. Just must sign in pen, preferably black ink. UCAS won't accept a stamp or type signature or any kind of copied or fax signature. A legal guardian can sign for a mentally incompetent person. So let's do this. Okay, so here's the declaration. Okay, so we have to go up. So I do apologize. Any mistakes, any when I'm speaking I get confused or something, because like I said, I'm filling this in and I'm trying to help you guys. I just want to help you guys. Okay? I love helping others. That's what's going on in here. Like I said, I do this for a living, so it's not like I'm really used to how to fill this form. So I'm just trying to guide people, because I see people that comes to me and they don't have, you know, the money to pay a service, and there's some circumstances they could do it at home because they don't have no issues, any issues wise. you know, but imagine it's not easy, especially now that people are not working now. Many people are in unemployment and they're living paycheck by paycheck, so it's really different now. I mean, difficult now that they barely can pay their rent. And like I said, I have reduced my service fee to help others, but still sometimes they cannot. Sometimes they cannot feel this. They cannot pay. Right now the circumstances, like financially, economically, it's really harsh. I understand. I really do understand. Here you will do sponsor signature, black ink, and then their date. I mean the date of signature. Okay. You just guys need to stay stable. The coronavirus. Be safe. Your family. You have to. All of you guys have to be safe. Okay. Part 9. Interpreter contact information certification signature. If you check box 1B in Part A, the interpreter will have to be complete this part. The interpreter that's helping you, you use an interpreter, they will complete this part. Okay? In Part 10, contact information declaration signature of person in preparing the affidavit other than the sponsor. So let's go to Part 10 so you can see it. That one. Part 10. Here you see that's part 10 as a prepare. And if you check box 2 in part A, the prepare will have to complete this part, like I said. Attorneys and accredited representative have to tell UCS in question 7B whether they represented the sponsor just for the purposes of finding the affidavit of support or for the other aspects of the immigration case as well. Okay? So they sign everything. In part 11, additional information, as mentioned, I had mentioned before, this is hard to add information explanation that there were no space for the rest of the form. So guys, as you can see, we finished out this form. Remember, you must attach evidence, financial evidence with this form. I hope I had helped you guys. And like I said before, I'm a person that repeats everything more than once. Because this video is, as you can see, 48 minutes long. So I have to keep repeating because people, they keep watching or skipping and they need to know. Okay, remember not to leave anything in blank. Click write an A, not applicable or none. As you can see, the computer doesn't let you fill in some certain blanks, so just when you print it out, use black ink, use a black pen, and when you print this out, remember to revise many times as possible. Try to fix any errors that you guys have, and let's hope for the best that your family member gets approved to their visa, and wish you guys the best of luck on this form. Remember, you have any questions, don't hesitate to comment below, okay? And also you could, like I said before, you could follow me as well in Facebook under the same name of this channel. So remember guys, remember to subscribe, activate notification bell to receive notifications when I upload new videos, like, comment below, and share. Have a blessed day, and please stay safe. You and your family members, please stay safe.